Hey, Spacious Place subscribers. It's Theory Geeks time again. I think this is episode 11 or 12. Today I want to explore intervals again, but from a different angle. In fact, I have a trick question for you. What's the largest interval? I should probably back up a little bit and review what an interval is. It's the distance between two notes on the piano or any instrument or singing, like from C to C, or C up to A, or B up to G, or whatever, one at a time. You can have melodic intervals, like one at a time. You can have harmonic intervals that are two notes played together. Okay? Now, a big interval you might think of as like an octave, like 8 notes in between each other, or even a sixth. And by the way, you call that a sixth because it has 6 letter names inclusive: C, D, E, F, G, A. It's got 6 letter names inside of the intervals, so we call it a sixth. But back to my trick question: what's the biggest interval? I tell all my music theory students at UMaine, even the advanced ones, I say the biggest interval in music is a minor second, a half step. Why, Scott, do you say that? It's because when you move by a half step, you kind of go into a parallel universe. You change things profoundly. For one thing, you go from no flats or sharps, and if you just start a half step higher, you suddenly have 5 flats, 5 black keys. If you go down a half step, you've got 5 sharps, key of B. So even there, just moving by a half step between major keys like that requires you to incorporate a lot more black keys, a lot more flats and sharps. So moving a half step away, either melodically or harmonically, is kind of like Einstein's wormhole, I mean, that's not my area of physics, but it's kind of like you move without having to go through space. You're in a parallel universe, like the holodeck, right, on the Enterprise or something like that. Okay, so much for that. What I want to show now is that when you just change a half step, say in chords, first of all, I'll say, for one thing, a lot of intervals like this, a fifth and a third, a lot of those intervals are part of the same chord. They're just part of the same chord. They don't feel that big a distance because they're all pieces of an existing chord. Also, before I go on to show you something else, if you go key of C and you just go up to the key of G, a whole fifth up, all you have to do is change one note to a sharp. Now, to give you a more dramatic demonstration of how half steps alter things more profoundly than big intervals, let's take a familiar song. Here's the usual happy birthday, right? Sorry. Cool, right? All I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to change all of the chords in this that have major chords. I'm going to just change one note. I'm going to lower it a half step, and this is what you get. Yeah. final example, think of me playing a blues with just white keys, pentatonic scale, kind of like country music. If I just do this. If we add in blue notes or blues notes that we get from oral tradition going back centuries from our African American friends, really slave songs, start adding in a lowered third and a lowered fifth or a lowered seventh, just move them down a half step and you get this. So, folks, remember, at your next party, when someone says, "So, what's the biggest interval in music?" you know what to tell them. Tell them that your ad hoc theory prof, Scott, told you it's a half step, nothing bigger. Well, I'm signing off for today. If you're a paid subscriber to A Spacious Place, thank you so much. If you're a free subscriber, thank you for reading and listening to as well. And please consider upgrading to paid so that, working musicians can have food, shelter, and clothing, etc. Bye for now, gang. Thanks for listening.